Alright, let's look at the number 6, the fifth root of 32, and we'll do the top first. So 32 can be written as 2 to the fifth, so the fifth root of 32 is just 2. So now here, when you have the fifth root of negative x to the 10th, we want to take care of this negative first, and so the fifth root of the negative is just going to be a negative. It's like the fifth root of negative 1 would be negative 1, so we're going to make our answer negative. And now we really just have that x to the 10th and the fifth root of it, and so we write it as a rational exponent now, and so that becomes x squared. So our answer is negative 2 over x squared. Alright, so as you look at number 7, first thing you want to notice is that the 4 and 6, they have a different index, so you can't combine this x to the 10th and x to the 9th at all. And so for this one, it's going to be better to write with the rational exponents. So x to the 10/4 times x to the 9/6. And so now that we have a fraction, we can reduce our fraction and get x to the 5/2 times x to the 3/2. So now when we multiply with the same base, we add our exponents. And notice now we have the 2, so we're going to get x to the 8/2, which is just x to the 4th. So number 8, we have the cube root of 125, and so we just want to put this in radical notation. And hopefully by now you realize that 125 is just 5 cubed, and so the cube root of 125 is just 5. Alright, let's look at 2 to the 10th, and we want to see, is that equal to the cube root of 16 to the power of 9? Well, let's write this as a rational exponent, and so we get 16 to the 9/3, which becomes 16 cubed. And so right now we have 2 to the 10th. Does that equal 16 cubed? Well, 16 is really 4 times 4, which is really 2 to the so 2 squared and 2 squared gives us 2 to the 4th, so 16 is really 2 to the 4th to the power of 3, and so when I go power to power, I multiply, and this gives us 2 to the 12th. So this would be false. They're not equal. Alright, so 8 to the 1/3. We want to see, is that equal to the square root of 4? Well, the square root of 4 is 2. 8 to the 1/3 is really the cube root of 8. Or, if you wanted to, you could say 2 to the 3rd to the 1/3. So when you raise power to power, you multiply, and so that gives us 2. Hopefully also by now you know that the cube root of 8 is 2. So either way, we get 2 equals 2. So that one is true. Alright, so we have 2 to the 5/3. We want to see, does that equal the square root of 8? And so this becomes 8 to the 1/2. And 8 is really 2 cubed to the 1/2. So this becomes 2 to the 3/2. And so does 2 to the 3 halves equal 2 to the 5 thirds? And that would be